Hi guys. I'm not there today because my wife and I have had our baby, so I'm at home with our baby Ezra. So I wanted to kind of walk you guys through the way the class is going to work. I'll show you some important links and also talk to you a little bit about how the class is going to work while I'm not in the classroom with you. Okay, so the first thing that you guys need to do is if you'll get out um, your laptops so that you can bookmark some of the links that we're going to go through and just go through the video with me, pausing and starting as you need to so that you can click on all the links and test and make sure everything's working. Please don't just passively watch the video because then you might find it difficult to remember or get to some of the things that we go over. All right, so the first thing is you guys are going to need access to a couple of the different sites that I use for the classroom. The first one's going to be my website where you can find everything else. Right here is the link that you can use to get to that website. So in this case, sorry about that. So you can get to the website, and this link is a lot shorter than the actual link. So you type that in, pause the video, type this in, and then bookmark that website because that's going to be where you're going for the whole year. So you want to make sure you keep that. Once you're at the site, you're going to see it looks like this. This is the front page. This is access to any of the classes that I teach. And you can find your specific class over here. So right now we're in physical science, and there's a couple of different things that we can click here. And I'm going to kind of just walk you through this. So the first thing we can do is we can click physical science, and that's going to take you to the main page here. You might see every now and then I'll change this graphic up. But one of the important things from this page is my notebook. So we're going to really quickly click on that link. It's going to open up into a new page, and this is my OneNote notebook. That's where all my notes and lecture activities and things are going to come from. Now, if you guys want, you could download OneNote yourself if you haven't already, and that's compatible with whatever computer you've got. So if you're using Mac or Windows, you can have OneNote. It's free, so you don't need to worry about paying for it. And it's significantly easier to navigate notebooks if you're using the OneNote application. So that's up to you. If you don't want to use the application, then it's going to look like it looks here. You can go through the website, and that it'll look like this. So we'll close that prompt. So you can see here that we've got a general layout going on. Over here in this section is the different sections of the notebook, and I try to keep this broken up by lesson or section in the book or activity. So here, this is going to be our introductory information from today. Tomorrow, you guys are going to be working on a lab activity, and maybe today as well if you guys have extra time. So you can click on these sections to switch between them and see, let that load real quick, and see what's in the different sections there. There we go. So we can see our lab activity for later. And some useful information here in the OneNote. So again, here's some stuff that you might be interested in. Now, let's say that you're on this website and you're having trouble viewing everything. It's too big or it's too small. If you do not have a touchscreen computer where you can zoom in and zoom out, you can always, usually up here somewhere in the upper right is going to be a menu where you can zoom in or zoom out. So you can do that to make things larger or smaller. So in this case, we're going to want this Google Classroom code. And I'm going to switch to my OneNote now. Get into physical science. Okay, so you're going to want this Google Classroom code. If you're second period physical science, then this is the code that you're going to be using here. And if you're third period physical science, this is the code you're going to be using here. And what you're going to do right now is just pause the video, go to Google Classroom. So if you're not sure how to get there, just Google it. You can just go to Google and type in Google Classroom. And then you're obviously a student, so you're going to make sure you're logged into your Village Academy account and use that code to join my class. You're going to be using the Google Classroom as a way to turn in your lab reports. So that's something that we're going to want to get done today. So make sure that you join the class. All right. Once you've joined the class, then you can check out on this second link here. This is my YouTube channel. When you click on that, it's going to open up this page. And it's going to look like this. And you're going to see a bunch of different playlists for my channel. So in this case, we're physical science, and you can see that physical science here doesn't actually have any videos in it because I'm recording your first video right now. But you'll always be able to click on the physical science tab, and it'll have a list of videos there for you to view. Going forward, like the activity that you're going to be doing later, the hot hands activity, you'll have a video here with instructions and maybe some helpful hints. You can watch that. And then as we move through the week and we go to our first lessons, you'll have a video that you can watch of me walking you through the first section of your book. That's how we're going to kind of take care of the lecture part of the class. So each day, what you're going to want to do is come in with your laptop because you're going to be watching the video. If you have headphones, definitely bring headphones so that you can kind of watch the video at your own pace. Once you're done watching the video, there'll usually be an activity for you to work on, maybe a lab or something to do in a group, or maybe something to work on by yourself. And if you have questions, you can ask the sub to maybe give you a hint or a helping hand, or you can send me an email and I can get back to you as soon as possible. All right, so let's go back to my OneNote here. Another place that you can find my videos is if we go back to the website. On that main page that we bookmarked earlier, you can see a link here that says video lectures can be found here. If we click that link, again, it's going to open up that same page with all the playlists, so that can be useful as well. Okay, let's keep going through the sections here. So if I have any announcements for you guys, you click on the announcements tab, and you can see any messages that I've got for you. And this leads us to the one of the most important things that I need you guys to get done tonight at home. And that's, if you do not have Logger Pro on your computer already, you need to install it on your computer. All the labs that we're going to be doing in class are going to make use of Logger Pro. So please do not do this at school. The program is pretty large, and if you're if the whole class is trying to download the same file all at once, is going to be very annoying for you guys because the bandwidth is going to be very limited. So wait till you get home. You'll download it much faster. It'll take up less of your time. So when you get home, go to the link shown here, depending on if you're Windows or if you're Mac. Okay. Download the file and then also install it tonight. Don't just download it. So you're going to install it. It's going to ask you for a password. The password is right here on the web page. So it's Exploration. And if your parents have a account set up for you where they need to enter their username and password to get the install done. Make sure that you do that installation with your parents, or if you're just not comfortable installing programs, it's just not something you're familiar with, then again, just get your parents to help you. You're going to need this installed tomorrow, so make sure you get that done tonight. All right, let's go back. So that was announcements. If I've got any handouts for you guys, you can click on, let me go to physical science here. You can go to Classroom Documents. Right now, the only link there is just another link to my OneNote. So it's the same link, but just try to make it more visible for you guys. If I've got handouts, you'll probably find them here or in my OneNote. So those are good places to check. Here's the calendar. You can add my calendar to your Google Calendar so you can check all your stuff all at once. But anyway, so this calendar is going to tell you what's going on each day. You're going to want to click on the calendar. It'll tell you what we're doing. And for now, with all these video lectures, this is going to be where you find those links to the video lectures for the day. So you want to make sure that you start out each class period with watching each of the videos that I've got available. You can also find the videos in my OneNote on the page that it corresponds to. So later today, I'm going to be recording a video for your activity that you'll be doing. And you can either find that link on the calendar, or you can find it in my OneNote on the page that we would be talking about in the video. All right, so back to the website. So that's the calendar. Here's the syllabus. We'll just go through this reasonably quickly. Here are the different units that we're going to be discussing in the class. So we get a good coverage of different topics from physics, thermodynamics, chemistry, and others. So that's going to be really neat, give you guys an opportunity to see what all these fields of science are all about, maybe see if any of them interest you enough that you want to learn more. After you watch this video, one of the things that you're going to be doing is the sub is going to be handing out your textbooks. Just check over your textbook and make sure that it's in reasonably good shape. The sub is going to be recording your book number and the condition of your book that it was when it was handed out. Please make sure that you do not switch your book because you'll be responsible for that book number that you were assigned. So at the end of the year, if you turn in a book, but it has a different book number, you're still responsible for the one you were handed out. So definitely make sure you hold on to the book that you've got. If you need to change the book for any reason, talk to the sub. Don't just do it yourself. The materials, it's important for you guys to make sure that you look through this and come to class with these materials. The most important thing for you is that you have somewhere to write notes while you're doing your labs and activities, okay? And we'll talk more about laboratory notes later on. We will be doing a lot of labs this year, so you want to make sure that you read through this. Your lab needs to have all of these sections. Now, as we go through different labs, we'll talk about what's going on. And the lab or the activity that you guys are doing later today or tomorrow is not a lab, so you guys just need to follow along with the activity. You won't need to write up a separate lab report for that. Okay, going along. Here is the grading scale for the class. So 15% homework, 25% labs and quizzes, 60% tests. And running out of time here. So just make sure that you take a careful look at the syllabus and you'll know what's going on. Last thing here, if we go back to the OneNote introduction, there's another page here. So we're going to switch pages. And this is a copy of the laboratory rubric. So you guys can look through and see these are all the different sections that the lab is graded on here. And as we go side to side, this is what I'm looking for. And you can get anywhere between 0 points and 4 points in each section. Okay. So now just take a look for that second video.